Hey everyone, I just kind of got a revelation and wanted to share it with you. I've been reading Acts, which has been really awesome, and I was reading Acts 4, and it's basically talking about how Peter and John were just speaking the gospel, telling a bunch of people of what happened when Jesus was here because he's now gone. And it talks about how they were seized and put in jail. But even in that same night, that all of the people that heard and believed, that was about 5,000 that grew in the Christian faith that day. And I was just amazed by that, like 5,000 in a day. That's incredible. And as I read further, this is chapter 4 and 13, it says, "When they saw the courage of Peter and John and realized that they were unschooled, ordinary men, they were astonished, and they took note that these men had been with Jesus." And I just thought to myself, like, why would they put that? Why would they put that? That they were unschooled and ordinary men. And I just felt like God told me they did not put that by accident. I wanted you guys to know that these guys were, no, not special. They weren't like spectacular. They weren't scholars of their day. They weren't, knew everything. They were just ordinary men, and because of their faith and their obedience to Christ, 5,000 came to know Christ in a day. And I just felt like God was telling me, there's so many times that I just feel like, God, I'm nothing special. I'm just ordinary. And He's like, you're right, Megan. You are special. And I know that God sees me as special and that I'm not just ordinary to Him, that He set me apart. But what He's saying to me is that even though these people thought that Peter and John were just ordinary, that they changed 5,000 people and got them to believe the good news. And that just encouraged me because if everybody else thinks I'm ordinary, that means I can do the same thing. If I am just obedient and I believe and I do what God's called me to do, I don't have to know every scripture and know every word of the Bible. I don't have to have been to seminary school to speak the word of Christ. I just need to do what God's called me to do and be obedient to that. And people will see people set free from that if we all just live out what God's called us to do and be who He's called us to be. Whether people think we're ordinary or not, we're going to change this world for Jesus. And that's what it's all about. And it just made me excited because so many people in my life have told me that you're nothing special, or you can't do that. And that just kind of spurs me on forward. And that's exactly what they said to Peter and John. You guys are nothing special. And that just gives them something to prove. So just know that God sees you as something special, and that we can do amazing things if we're just obedient to what God's called us to do. That if we're obedient and do what He's called us to do, that we could reach 5,000 in a day, because the same Jesus lives inside of us today. So I hope that gives you as much power as I felt like it gave me. Got super excited, and just dig into His Word. It's so awesome. It's so relevant and so active. So I just encourage you to open it up today. I always pray before I read it. God, just give me a fresh revelation of what you want to speak to me, because I know that these people were just like us, and I know that I need His refreshing every day. So I hope this ministers to you guys, and I hope that you guys have an awesome day.